What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Book It Better YouTube series. It's been a long time since we've been live doing this. If you followed for our last two videos, we were doing kind of a present day WWE booking. We're still going to be doing that. It's been a long time since we've done that, but we do have 6 weeks of that booked out. We are still going to be doing that. However, that's going to focus more on tutorial, kind of learning to play the game. So for people who are unfamiliar with the game, you'll see inside on the booking and what the different buttons do, and sort of a let's play walkthrough tutorial. What we're doing here today, and what we're going to be focusing on mainly moving forward, is a complete and total rebook of WWF 1994. We're going to be starting in week 1 of July 1994. The King of the Ring has just concluded. Owen Hart just won the King of the Ring. So we'll be starting there, and we'll be rebooking everything. We'll be doing this in a diary form, so we'll have the booking already set up, and you'll just be able to follow along with the stories and see where we go with it. If you want a little bit more of an in-depth look at that, we are running the Book It Better podcast. In addition to some roundtable discussions that we're doing over on Podomatic, we'll also be uploading all of our creative meetings. So anytime that we're getting together, kind of figuring out our storylines, where we're going with things, we'll be uploading that. So if you want the spoilers, if you want the backstage look, you can head on over to Podomatic. It's the Book It Better podcast. You can check out what we've got over there. We just uploaded our pilot episode, which was a roundtable discussion on what gets a wrestler over. Is it his charisma, or is it his in-ring work? We do have our first creative meeting. It's all recorded. It's set to go. We'll be uploading that shortly after I upload this video and we get it out there. So if you're following along and you don't want to see the backstage, behind the scenes kind of creative aspect, you're just going to follow along with the YouTube segments here. We'll be uploading all our shows here to YouTube. If you're interested in that backstage look, you want to get into our brains, pick our brains a little bit, see what's going on in the creative meeting, how we come up with some of this stuff, head on over to Podomatic. It's the Book It Better podcast, and we'll have all those up shortly. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Again, we're starting. This is Monday Night Raw, week 1 of July 1994. So we're going to start here with just a pre-show battle royal. Nothing crazy, just a simple crush going over in a pre-show battle royal. It's a 10-man battle royal, your typical dark match. Scores is 61 though. Actually scores a pretty good rating there. And Bastion Booger sustains a broken nose, which is fine because we don't have any plans for Bastion Booger anyway. Right. So here we have an angle featuring Dink. So a freestyle segment called Dink is backstage lifting weights. He's interrupted by a staffer and he goes into a screaming rage. So this is Dink the Clown, not Doink the Clown. Dink the Clown, his tiny companion, backstage getting his bench press on. He's interrupted by a well-meaning staffer, and Dink loses his mind. Dink goes berserk. He's throwing things. He's screaming way over the top. A terrified staffer runs away, and Dink goes back to lifting his weights. We get a triple threat tag match here. The Rock and Roll Express, Well Done, Men on a Mission. Men on a Mission defeat the Rock and Roll Express and Well Done in just under 10 minutes. Mabel defeats Stephen Dunn by submission. Now we'll get into our televised show, Monday Night Raw. Pre-show's over. Jumping in, we're opening up with Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart. They're out to the ring. Owen's going to open the show here. He's talking about winning the belt at SummerSlam. So basically, what's happening here, Owen's got himself a match at SummerSlam as the winner of the King of the Ring. In our world here, the King of the Ring winner moves on to SummerSlam to face the champion of his choice, whether it's the Intercontinental Champion, the World Heavyweight Champion. If he wants to get a tag team partner and go for the tag team championships, that's fine. In our case here, Owen is out to make his intentions fully clear. He's going after Bret Hart. SummerSlam, he wants his title shot against Bret the Hitman. The Angle gets to show off to a good start. Owen Hart not suited to his gimmick here. The Bret versus Owen storyline has advanced and has actually lost heat, but it does score a pretty good rating here. We get an 82 for a B rating. It's a good way to open the show. We get a simple match here. Adam Bomb versus Quang. Adam Bomb goes over Quang. Quang, let's see, Hollywood is good. Nothing really. Adam Bomb and Quang have great chemistry. Adam Bomb has the good performance here. And this is going to end their feud. So coming into the game, if you've played the game before, Adam Bomb and Quang start themselves in a feud. It's a kind of a tag team breakup thing here. We're ending that feud right here. Adam Bomb goes over on Monday Night Raw, takes the win over Quang. Match gets a 59, gets a C rating. DiBiase is out, so Ted DiBiase comes out and he's hyping his Undertaker. Ted DiBiase says the Undertaker now, he is motivated and fueled by money, and DiBiase's got the money that the Undertaker wants. The lights go out, Paul Bearer appears, no Undertaker on his side. DiBiase is laughing, says he has the real Undertaker, but Paul Bearer says that the real Undertaker is coming. This gets an 82 rating as well. We score a B here. The Battle of the Undertaker storyline advances. Paul Bearer improvised well. Ted DiBiase improvised as well. And the crowd's getting hotter. It's a good segment. Really pushes that storyline a little bit. So here we have Jeff Hardy asks Sparkplug to teach him to drive a car. Sparkplug smacks him. So Jeff Hardy here, he's a 16-year-old kid, wants to learn how to drive. Who better? Sparkplug Bob Holly. The Sparkplug Bob Holly, with his beautiful feathered hair, his checkered pants, his dumb NASCAR helmet, but he's the man who knows how to drive. Jeff Hardy wants to learn how to drive, but Sparkplug's not having any of it. He smacks him in the face. Where's this going to lead? After being smacked in the face, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are out for their tag team match against the Smoking Guns here. This is your simple Smoking Guns go over two jobbers. Matt and Jeff, they're 16 and 19, 19 and 16 rather respectively. Billy and Bart go over them. Matt and Jeff obviously have great chemistry teaming together. Matt and Jeff have terrible in-ring performance, but we still get a 51 D+ rated match. Not bad. Here we see Shawn Michaels against the 1-2-3 Kid. Shawn Michaels is going to defeat the 1-2-3 Kid by pinfall with sweet chin music. Nothing crazy, just your simple one-on-one match. Shawn Michaels taking on the 1-2-3 Kid. Diesel and HBK now, after the match, they're going to beat down the 1-2-3 Kid. So Diesel's out to the ring. He's buddy-buddy with Shawn Michaels. He's out to the ring. They're beating down on the 1-2-3 Kid. Razor Ramon makes the save, hits the ring, saves him, cuts a promo basically saying now he's taking back that belt that Diesel didn't win cleanly in the first place. He's the true Intercontinental Champion. Diesel knows it, HBK knows it, and everybody knows it. And at In Your House, he's going to prove it. This one scores an 87, gets a B+ rating. Razor Ramon did a masterful job improvising interactions with the crowd. The Razor Ramon versus Diesel storyline has advanced with this segment, kind of kept its heat. This is looking like it's going to be one of our featured storylines here. Is Diesel versus Razor, just a little bit of backstory in case you were unaware of what was going on in 1994. So Razor Ramon was the champion, won the belt versus Shawn Michaels. Diesel, who was Shawn Michaels' bodyguard at the time, he gets an Intercontinental title match. HBK helps him win. He takes the strap off of Razor. So that leads us to where we are now, with Razor basically saying, you know, I'm the man, I'm the real champ, you didn't beat me. So at In Your House, we're going one-on-one, and we're going to see this through the end. In our main event, we got Johnny Polo versus Bret Hart. Scores a 76 rating, a B-. Bret Hart wins by disqualification. We get a run-in here. Owen and Neidhart run in. They're attacking Bret. Pierre runs in. He's helping Johnny Polo. He's attacking Bret. Jacques Rougeau comes out. He's trying to help Bret Hart. But ultimately, the numbers game, it's 4-on-2. Brett and Jock take a beating here. After the beatdown's done, you got Owen, Neidhart, Polo, and Pierre. They're heading back up the ramp, while Brett and Jacques kind of recover in the ring. Scores of 76 to B-. Not terrible for a main event here. Not terrible for a Hart versus Polo match. Interesting thing that I like to see here is that this match had great wrestling. I wasn't 100% sure how that would go with Johnny Polo, but has great wrestling, good heat. Obviously, Brett can carry anybody. Johnny Polo's in-ring performance comes in at a 61. Bret Hart has an in-ring performance of 95. The breakup of the Quebecers storyline, long story short, again, if you're not really sure where we are in 1994 here, Quebecers are tagging together. They break up. Johnny Polo takes Pierre's side. They're playing the heel role here. Jacques Rougeau is playing the babyface. It's just your simple, standard tag team breakup. So we're going to advance that storyline with this segment. We're also going to advance the Brett versus Owen storyline. It does lose a little bit of heat here, but we're okay with that. In losing a little bit of heat there, we're gaining a little extra heat for Pierre and Polo, so we're okay with that. This one here, this is just their Owen Hart and his group walking back up the ramp. We explained it in the last one, but I broke it down into 2 segments here. But yeah, so that scores a 72. It's a B-. We move on, and this is just our post-show. So post-show dark match: Lex Luger teaming with Randy Savage versus Jeff Jarrett, and Jerry Lawler. Luger and Savage are going to go over here. Not bad performances by everybody here. Savage gets a 90, Luger a 77. Randy Savage, we're going to keep an eye on him. His contract is coming up in 2 months. So as of now, contract negotiations with him are underway, but we'll see where that goes. So his contract's up in 2 months, but they get a dark match victory here. So we're going to end the show. We score 79. Not great, not terrible. It increases our popularity in 12 regions, and it's going to lose us popularity in 10 regions. But ultimately, not a terrible show. Not a great show. It's a little worse off than I would have liked it to be. But it's kind of thrown together a little bit last minute, admittedly. But so that's where we stand at the end of week 1. We'll finish up Monday Night Raw. Going forward, we'll probably be doing, hopefully getting 2 of these up a week at least. Yeah, so that's where we're at now. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want to check out the Book It Better podcast, shoot on over to Podomatic. We'll be doing every Wednesday, or every Thursday rather. We'll be uploading. I'm sorry, today's Wednesday. Every Wednesday, uploading roundtable discussions, and then infrequently, as they come up, we'll be uploading all our creative meetings for this specific feature that we're doing here. So again, rebooking WWF 1994. Ideally going 1994 SummerSlam to 1995 SummerSlam, and possibly into the future. So if you're interested, subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, head on over to Podomatic, check out the Book It Better podcast. Our pilot episode went up today. You can expect the next one a week from today. That topic will be our Mount Rushmore of workers who never won a major world title. So we're going over our Mount Rushmore, top 4 workers who never won a major world title. We'll also be uploading shortly. We'll be uploading all of our creative meetings as we book 1994 through SummerSlam. Thanks for joining, and we will see you next week.